Today we're watching Baddies Exposed, Pretty Girls with Bad Hygiene, Musty Smells, and Dating Horror Stories.
I'm on how I was friends with this girl that smelled like fish.
All right, tell me.
So in Cleveland, on Sundays, we had this thing called Come Down Sunday. So
Right.
on Sundays, we had like all the old schools and stuff. Like they meet up at this park called Gordon Park. This is when Gordon Park used to go. Like everybody used to be down there. So I had this homeboy, his name was S.
Right.
S had a nice old school whatever, like but S will always have like people like females in his car, like his car will always like have females in it, whatever.
Right.
So me and
Damn, shorty.
girl, we're gonna call her,
Let me stop.
we're gonna call her D. We used to be cool. We used to always go places all the time. Like,
Damn, like, hold your shit up, gang. Just a little bit. Like, not unless you trying to show off the edges, then I got nothing to say, but whip that bitch forward.
couldn't separate us. So, me and her went to Come Down Sunday. Come Down Sunday was cool, starting to wind down or whatever. So I end up seeing my homeboy S. So I'm like, oh, hey, S, whatever, da-da-da-da-da. So he telling me about his car and stuff. So I'm like, okay, like, I see you. You got your shit looking good or whatever. So I'm like, so when you gonna let me get a ride? Because I always wanted to ride in S car, but S always, like I said, always have females in his car. So he like, shit, you can ride with me today. We can go for a ride. I can take you, like, around, whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So mind you, I am with D. So she like standing back, she see us, so she come up, she like, ooh, I like your car, da 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 da. So he like, oh, thank you, no, appreciate it, whatever. So she like, oh, can I come for a ride? Like, can I go with you? So me knowing S, he not like that type of dude that like he nice, like he'll speak, but as far as like you getting in his car, he can act funny. So I was surprised that he said yes. So he like, yeah, you know, like you with her, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna leave you up here by yourself, whatever.
Right.
So
a real gentleman.
I get in the passenger seat. So he leaned his seat up to let her in. She get in. She opened up her legs to get in the car. So, you know, sit down. When I tell you, we sat in that car. Once she got in and like sat down, the whole car filled up with like a strong fish smell. So embarrassing. So I'm sitting on.
That's a ridiculous circumstance to be in. For you to be able to sit down, spread your legs open, and a waft of a crazy smell just comes out of nowhere. If it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. Whose fault is that?
I'm like, I hope he don't smell it, but I know he smelled it because the whole car is filled up with like the smell. So I'm like, okay. So he looked at me, but I didn't look at him because I know me, I'm gonna laugh. Like, okay, so boom, so we get to riding around and shit. So I start noticing like he started rolling all the windows down and like we start riding fast. So I'm like, oh, like he really do smell her. So I'm like, just asking questions about the car or whatever, and like he just answering and shit. Like I'm trying to distract him from the smell, but I could tell the smell was getting to him because he like, man, I wish it wasn't that cold because I let my like top down because his top would come off. So he like, because I let this bitch down. Like, so I'm like why you want like. Like, I feel like he was getting hints of, like, why he had the windows down, but he didn't really want to come out and say it, so whatever. So,
yeah, like a real gentleman.
Quick love. When I tell you we went around the corner and came back, so boom, so, okay, we get back, and he like, oh, you ain't give me no hug, give me a hug. So he gave me a hug, and then he...
Damn, you were asking for a hug type of nigga? Come on, ass.
I get out the car, she get out the car, and then he was like, hold on, let me talk to you real quick. So I'm like, okay. I already knew what he wanted to talk about because he smelled it, I smelled it. She didn't, I don't know if she smelled it. She could have smelled it because the whole car, like I said, he had the windows up at first when we first got in, so the smell was trapped in the car. Okay, so he put me to the side. He like, you know, like, you need to tell your friend to fix that. So I try to play dumb, like, I'm like, what you talking about? Knowing damn well I know what he talking about. So he like, You didn't smell that? So I'm like, yeah, I smelled it. So he was like, how you walking? You been walking around with her like that all day? You ain't tell her? I'm like, well, we outside. I don't smell her. Like she wasn't in a closed compartment with me. So no, I didn't smell her. Like, and then when I picked her up, she said she got in the shower. So I didn't smell her when she first got in my car. Boom. So he pissed. So he going back to his car. He like, come here. So I went back to his car and he opened up his door. He like, you don't smell that shit? That shit trapped in my car. No, like, air my shit. So he started going off. So I'm like, ooh, like, so at this point she walked away because she had a phone call. I think this is the time when she was talking to like this dude from jail, whatever.
What are you doing, shorty? Your coochie stink and you're trying to talk to felons?
So she walked away. So he going on. So he like, you better tell her. I'm gonna tell her. I'm like, ooh, like, you don't want S to tell you because S, he gonna go in. He ain't gonna care. Like, he ain't gonna spare her. So I'm like, okay. Like, I'll tell her, whatever. So boom, he like, I'm about to go get my car cleaned out or whatever. So it's late. So I'm like, where you gonna go get your car cleaned out? He like, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. So he left. Boom. So at this point, Come Down Sunday was like damn near over. You know how like you had them stragglers that we still standing there like talking and shit? That's what was going on. People just talking. Most of the cars was gone. People just standing around talking. So we walking back to my car and I'm like, all right, we about to leave or whatever. I'm about to drop you back off at home. So we get back in the car and she was like just talking about his car and stuff. Like, oh, I forgot to tell y'all. So she was trying to take a video of his car, like after he had gave us like gave us the ride around the corner or whatever. And he was like, no, like I don't even play like that. Like I don't like people recording my shit or whatever. She like, come on, like this is what Come Down Sunday is for. Like people be recording people's cars, which is true. But he was like, no, like no, you're not about to no. So I also asked him about that. I'm like, damn, why you ain't let her record? He like, hell no, like, cause people know my car, and then he gonna be like, I don't want to affiliate myself with her. Like, she stink. Like, hell no, they gonna be thinking I found that. Like, no. He was like, you can post it, but she can't post my shit. I'm like, damn. All right, so back to when we walk into the car, so we get in the car or whatever. So we just talking. She talking about his car, and she talking about how he was like, she couldn't post it or whatever, and she didn't give. She still was gonna post it. So she was asking me for my video I had got. So I'm like, I don't want to really send that to you because that's being messy because that's my friend and he don't really want you posting him for a reason.
Right.
So boom. So I'm like, well,
loyalty.
I need to tell you something because he said something about you or whatever, and I need to let you know. So I tell her, I'm like, yeah, when you got in the car, you smell like fish. Like his whole car, like filled up with fish. Like, I don't know if you're aware, but like, you smell like fish. So she ain't say shit. So I'm like, did you hear me? And she like, yeah, I ain't trying to hear it. What you talking about? So she just started like, whatever. Like, she wasn't trying to hear it. So I'm like, well, I mean, like, it wasn't nothing I could say. Like, I already told you what the issue was. So after that, I drop her off at home. She didn't text me, so I'm like, okay, like, she must be mad. So I'm thinking, okay, like, everything gonna be cool, like, whatever, she'll, like, get over it. Next day, she didn't text me, next day, she didn't text me, so I'm like, okay, like, she mad. So I break it, I called her, I'm like, what you doing? Nothing. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with you? Cause you know what, I just don't like the way y'all tried to play in my face, talking about I stink. Da, 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 da. So I'm like, so that's why you ain't talk to me because you mad because I told you have an odor? Like, if it was me, I would want somebody to tell me, like, girl, like, you a little musty, or girl, you smell a little like stale or something. Like, bitch, tell me because I don't want to be walking around like. She got mad. Like, she literally got mad and stopped like talking to me for like 3-4 days until I called her, and then she was still mad. Just fix the problem. Like, it's not that serious. Like, you get mad at me because I'm trying to be a good friend until you stink.
You see, one of the most scariest people.
That one was a little crazy. I will say that if she was like, oh, her homeboy is an old head, and you already know he takes big pride in his car. And the fact that you fucked up the smell, the interior, you know he's living.
Yeah, when a female is dirty. And I can't lie, you see females, naturally they're cleaner than boys, bro. So you see when I see that a female is dirty, it's so unexpected, bro. Let me tell you this little story time. So back in first year when I was doing my thing, I was really outside doing my jinky. I had one babe who went to her com. Obviously she gave me a little heads up saying, oh, her room ain't looking the best, it's a bit dirty, this and that. Don't judge her. I'm like, oh, you know what, it's calm. Surely it can't be that bad. Please tell me why I've entered the room. It's looking like a bandizi. It's like a bando. I'm seeing empty pizza boxes all over the floor, empty water bottles like this all over the floor, crumbs on her bed.
Oh no, the crumbs on the bed. You have me fucked up. I can't lay down with you. You're twacked out of your mind.
I felt uncomfortable, G. You know the ones my body's self-itching, I'm twitching. I couldn't stay there for more than 30 minutes. I'm looking around saying, ugh. And the weirdest thing is the girl is actually good looking as well. So when the fact that you're good looking and you're dirty, it's like, as a female, how are you dirty? Because normally when you go to a female's room, yeah, it smells heaven sent, fam. Females are the cleanest human beings ever. Ever.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
So when you have that odd one that's dirty, I was even thinking, Jesus, the fact that you actually let me come to this room says a lot about you. I was scared.
That and you're disrespectful. You couldn't clean up for me. You couldn't at least throw the pizza boxes and the water away and then, you know, waft the bed off to make sure that the crumbs ain't on it so when I can sit down.
I was honestly scared. Like, I was thinking, this girl, does she not clean at home? Like, it was just too much, bro. Dirty clothes everywhere. The bed sheets even stank. I couldn't even do my eating back then. Oh, my days. Oh, my head.
I didn't want to say this. Clean girl aesthetic this, clean girl aesthetic that, but do you bath? Guys, before you start idolizing people on TikTok, Instagram, I know it's so easy to come on this app and want what others have and think, oh my God, they're so pretty, but smell them first. I promise you, smell them. Guys, there's a lot of girls that do this clean girl aesthetic that don't like bathing. Like, they've actually got beef with soap and water. Like, you see how cats...
Some of these girls have generational issues with soap and water. That's crazy.
Jump out of the shower. They don't like to shower. Guys, like, I wish I could tell you what I know, but like, this is a thing that's too common now. Like, you'll be shocked by a lot of people's hygiene. It's so bad. I know we've branded clean girl aesthetic as an external thing, but can you go to the dentist for your 6-month checkup that you no longer go to because you're over 18 and now you have to pay, so you don't want to pay, but you'd rather use the money for your nails, but you've got build up of plaque in your teeth, okay? Or you'd rather use the money to go and do composite bonding, putting fake stuff over the problem, but you've got plaque build up. Tell me if I'm lying, guys. I'm sure at least one girl can come in my comments and agree that you don't know people's habits until you go on holiday with them. That girl that you thought was the cleanest babe is getting in the shower once a week on holiday, if I'm lying. This is not a personal experience, guys. I just want to, because my girls, yeah. But I've heard so many things. It just makes me think, like, wow, like, did we forget what hygiene is? Like, I know, like, yes, get your bust down, get your nails done. Yeah, that's all cute, but did you wash your bum? Like, please, guys. All I say is just don't come online and expect everyone to bath, because they don't. And your nose will tell you otherwise. Okay? Thank you.
You know what? I personally have a story time. So there was a time where I went to this girl's crib right after we went out on a date. She was letting me know I wasn't going to get no butt, right? So I was like, all right, cool. I understand that, it's the very first time out. And you respect yourself. Okay, cool. So I dropped her back at home. When she came in to the car, she smelled like perfume. She smelled nice. So we went on our day. Now, for the second date, right? She's making her jokes like, oh, okay, you a gentleman, but you ain't gonna get none. You gotta wait. I'm like, okay, cool, da-da-da. But she was like, maybe you can come upstairs and, we can watch a movie and see what, just hang out. I'm like, okay, but me, I'm not. You gotta temper your expectations to make sure that, you don't expect one thing and then that thing don't happen and then you act different. So what ended up happening was I went into her crib and it was dark as fuck. I'm like, ayo, so where's the bathroom? So I can, go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, right? Which is past her room. So I walk past her room and go into the bathroom. I was appalled. I was shaken to my core. Because once I turned those lights on, once I flipped that switch, there were a colony of roaches. Usually when there is some type of light source, usually insects and bugs run into, dark, hard to reach places. The fact that I switched the light switch on and these bugs were moving as if they were also paying rent was ridiculous. They didn't run, they didn't hide. I tried to walk to the toilet and I killed like 6, 7 of them, not on purpose, just to try to get to the toilet, and these motherfuckers are moving like nothing happened. I couldn't even take the piss. I tried to touch the toilet, and when I tried to lift the commode, bro, I shit you not, bugs were coming out from behind it. I said, you know what? It'd be better for me to just piss outside. I literally walk out of her toilet. I'm walking past the room. She's trying to call me into her room. I didn't even want to hear it. I didn't want to hear anything she had to say. Not a fucking word. I'm like, nah, I gotta head out. She come out the room, bolt down the stairs, her shoes are off, you feel me? She in a robe. She's talking about, what you mean? What do you mean you're leaving? Like, why are you leaving? I'm like, I just got shit I gotta go do. She like, what do you mean? I said, I tell her the honest truth. At that point, I was like, yo, your bathroom's crazy to me. I have never seen that shit before. Not a day in my life. This girl proceeds to berate me, proceeds to talk down to me and cuss me out, saying I'm too good for a couple of little bugs. I'm not a real man, right? She proceeds to tell me that other men who came over, they've had no issues, right? But I'm the first man that's really had an issue. I said, it's okay and it's fine, and I guess I'm just different from those other men. I proceed to walk outside and take my piss. That's my story time, because that shit was crazy to me.
Guys, I have a new story. And I should give a trigger warning that you get grossed out really easily, because
Pull
I
your
do.
fucking
So just
mic
know.
away from your face.
So this story is about a guy who says that he was dating the most prettiest girl he had ever been with, but she was so dirty. Okay, so he says that he met this girl at a friend's party. He says that the moment he saw her, he was mesmerized. She was beautiful. She was super girly. He says that he introduced himself to her, and they ended up talking. They ended up exchanging phone numbers, and he started trying to, you know, get to know her. So he says that at first, they would hang out here and there, but it was always at night. She was kind of very private. She wouldn't really share a lot of things about her life. But she was willing to go out with him when it came to dinner, the movies, dancing. Like, it just became like a weekend kind of thing. They would see each other every Friday night, Saturday night.
I know
But
those
it was
ones.
just for short periods of time. It wasn't like for the full day kind of stuff.
I don't know those ones. Usually when it's a weekend thing, we go out, do an activity, come back home, crack, eat, and then just chill. It's kind of how I'll spend the whole day. That'd be my one little off day. But hey, it sounds like she getting to what she want. For real. He providing, she taking.
He says that this went on for about 2-3 months.
Damn.
He says that he would invite her out during the day, and she was always kind of busy. So he says that
Okay, she got life.
his friend was having a birthday celebration in Vegas. He says that they booked, a suite for a couple days, and he invited her. To his surprise, she agreed, and he was super excited because, again, he hadn't spent any time with her outside of just fun nights. Okay, so he says that when he picked her up, she had 2 small bags, and they were gonna stay there for 4 days. So that kind of threw him off, and he asked her, like, "That's all you're bringing?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's all I need."
Okay.
So he says that the drive there, he was looking at her, and she didn't have makeup on. She was very beautiful. And he was just even more attracted to her. So he says on the drive there, everything was fine. He says that they checked into the hotel. And again, this is a suite. So they were sharing this big suite with other people, other couples.
Mm-hmm.
So he says that, that night they decided to get ready, and everybody started showering, kind of getting ready, and she didn't. He didn't really, pay that much attention to it. He says that he noticed that she kind of just changed really quick, and she took a really long doing her makeup and her hair. And then throughout the night, they were out. He says that he started noticing that she was smelling. He says that at first it was like a sweat smell, like
Right.
armpit smell.
Right.
Then when they were dancing, he started smelling her hair. He says that she just started smelling weird. He says that there was a point where they were in the car and one of his friends said, "What the hell smells so bad?" And he knew it was her, but he just didn't
He didn't
say
say
anything.
anything.
He was surprised because he had gone dancing with her before.
Right.
So he just didn't understand why, it didn't happen before. But again, it was in the summer, so he kind of just let it go. He says that when they got home, he's a very clean person, and his first instinct was to shower before getting into bed. And she didn't. She went to bed with the same clothes she was outside with.
Hell no. You got me fucked up. Outside clothes in bed. Not even just that. You could have your outside clothes in bed if you plan on, changing your sheets in the next week or two. That's fine.
She didn't wash her face, take off her makeup, nothing. So he says that he started getting really turned off because, it was the night and he wanted to go to sleep with her and they were probably going to cuddle. It was their first time ever sleeping together. And just the smell and seeing how she wasn't really clean turned him off really bad. So he says he mentioned to her like 2 times, "You sure you don't want to shower? Like, I have this for you. You have wipes." And she was like, "No, I'm fine." So then the next day they got ready to go to breakfast. He says that, they woke up. He says that he never saw her brush her teeth. Everybody went in the restroom and kind of, were taking turns, and he didn't even see her bring a toothbrush or anything like that. So he started to kind of pay attention to see if she did, and he says that he confirmed that she did not because he could smell her breath. He says that again, she didn't wash her face, she didn't shower, she just kind of changed and kind of cleaned up a little bit.
2 days?
The makeup was still there. Everything was still pretty much the same. He says that they went out to eat, and he just started to get really bothered by her not cleaning up. So he says that they went out. After they went out to eat, they went out to the strip. They started walking. They started passing through some stores to buy clothes.
Fuck no. It's 2 days and you still haven't taken a shower? You were sweating and musty the other day. The fact that you condone this, nah. And it's not the fact that I understand he mentioned it and everything like, yo, you smell, you gotta go get in the shower. And if she don't want to bang with you after that, hey, you have standards.
Buy, look around. And he would tell her like, "Oh, you don't want to buy this, you don't want to buy that." And she was,
"You don't want to buy a toothbrush, you don't want to buy a bar of soap, I'll pay for it."
Like, "Nope, I'm fine." He says that they even went to like a perfume store, and he offered to buy her one. She didn't want one. He says that it was just weird. So he says again, they get back to the suite and they start getting ready for the night. He says that he decided to take a nap, and he figured while I'm taking a nap, she's gonna get ready. Well, he says that he woke up and she was ready, but she didn't shower. She didn't shower. She didn't wash her hair. She didn't do none of that again. So then he says that him and his friends went downstairs to get something to drink, and he talked to his friend about it, like just to see if anybody else has noticed it. And his friend told them that him and his girlfriend had been talking about how she was really dirty. So he says that this happened the whole 4 days. He never saw her shower.
You're tripping. That says something about you too, bro. You may be unconfrontational, but a real nigga like me would have been off the "you smell like shit." Or better yet, if you want to be a gentleman, yo, you smell.
He says that he just could not stand it. Like, it started to really gross him out, but he didn't feel comfortable saying anything, so he just let it be. He says on the way back home, he was really looking at her and he noticed that she was really dirty. And he says that, he dropped her off and he didn't want to talk to her anymore, but he knew he needed to tell her something. He says that like 2 days passed and then they decided to meet again and they were going to go out for dinner. So he says that when he went to go pick her up, again, she looked beautiful. She was super dolled up, he could smell her perfume. It seemed like she had cleaned up. So he was confused, like, okay, like, it seems like she showered now and she's good now. Maybe it was just when we were out. So then, later on that night,
Shorty,
they
damn,
decided to
Mike.
go back to his place, and it was the first time that they were gonna be intimate. They had not been intimate yet. So,
Oh my god. You did 4 months of work to be around a girl that smells like ass?
he says that, he was excited, he made sure he was all cleaned up and he had everything set up. And he says that when it was time to do stuff, he got the most horrible whiff from down there from her. And he says he's been with plenty women. He understands that, everybody smells, everybody has different, smells, but this one was not normal. He says that he kind of lost and told her, like, what the hell is that smell? He says that she acted like oblivious to it. And that kind of pissed him off more because she had been like this, when they were in Las Vegas. She kind of just made it seem like she didn't know, she didn't notice anything. So
you're in Las Vegas and you ain't getting no butt too. He took you to Las Vegas and you're still not giving no butt. Like, damn, it's been 3 months. You guys are laying in bed together. I'm assuming they're in different rooms in this suite, but I'm like, damn, boy, can't just, on your side. Like, but nah, at this point, y'all niggas is tripping. Everyone's tripping. Everyone's tripping in this story.
He ended up calling her that night. He told her, you know what, I'm not in the mood. And he just says that he ghosted her. So what do you guys think? Obviously it was wrong for him to ghost her. I think that, if you're fucked out, you should be able to tell someone, like, but then how do you tell someone that, right? But the reason I wanted to share this story is because he says that it's happened to him a lot of times.
What?
And he says that he notices that the girls that are normally the prettiest or look the most well put together are the dirtiest. I don't know, because obviously I'm not a guy and I don't be paying attention to stuff like that. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is true? Have you guys been through something like this? And this goes both ways, okay? Because I know there's guys out there that are 32. So have you ever had an experience with someone dirty that was so attractive?
Yeah, I
that
have.
kind of threw you off? And if you have, share your story. Let me know. Do you think he was wrong?
All right.
Honestly, I feel like if I was her, I wouldn't even want him to tell me. Like, I think it's okay that he ghosted her. But then, again, I feel like as an adult, you should be able to tell people how.
I ain't gonna lie. My certain understanding of this is, yo, you let them know what the fuck it is. You be a man about the situation and you just let them know what your grievances are. I ain't really fucking with this because you smell.
I feel so. I don't know. I feel like that's so embarrassing. I don't even know if I would want to know.
This is for my ladies.
Okay.
So ladies, please comment. Explain to me what's up with our hygiene in public spaces. Wait, bear with me. I've been doing events, production, for over 15 years. And it's the same no matter where I go. There's always a handful of us that seems to have beauty up here, but hygiene down here. So beauty at a 10 and hygiene at a 0. We have to fix this in public spaces, because this is not your home. We have to have respect for ourselves and for other women, okay? This happens in the ladies' room, so I can't blame men. Women, you are nasty sometimes. You know who I'm talking about, because some of you are the ones who do this. I shouldn't have to walk into a stall in the bathroom and see your session, your piss, your period.
Okay.
Handle your business.
Hold on. Why is there piss on the toilet seat as a woman?
If the bathroom is good enough for you to use it, then you should clean it. Okay? Have some respect for the women that have to come after you. Okay? This is so upsetting.
She looked like she just left the gym and this just happened to her.
I've seen it time and time again. And the best events, beautiful women coming in and out of the restroom. Oh, they look so good going in, but if only you knew their hygiene was at a 0. We have to fix this out of respect for yourself and others. Because today, like I said, it's not only at the gym. I just happened to be at the gym today. I go to the biggest, the most expensive, whatever events. And it's the same thing. There's always a handful of women nasty, but beautiful. On the way out, the way in, you're beautiful, but the in-between session is not right. I should not have to walk in on your piss. Nowadays, they have where you can wave your hand and it automatically flushes. And I say this again, if it's good enough for you to use, then you should clean it. This is not your personal space. Have some decency, some respect for yourself and others. I keep saying that. Today, I went in there. Here's another thing.
Go.
Courtesy flush. Courtesy flush.
That's all I needed to hear. Yo, Jody, appreciate you for the stories. Let me know if you guys have ever had any crazy experiences like mine. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Like up, sub up, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Grit your teeth and chase your dreams.